An old man sits by a crackling campfire, surrounded by listeners. As the fire glows, he begins to tell a meaningful story from his past, not just a tale, but a deep truth shaped by experience. His weathered voice and quiet presence command attention, as everyone senses that what he's about to share holds wisdom, emotion, and life lessons. There once was a man named Elias. He wasn't born great. He wasn't born noticed. No newspaper announced his arrival. No family crest bore his name. He was simply there, a quiet boy in a forgotten town, tucked between rusting rooftops and weary roads, a place where dreams had ceilings, and hope was something you learned to live without. But even as a child, Elias was different, not because he was loud or brilliant, but because he listened. He listened more than he spoke. He watched more than he reacted. He learned, not from textbooks, but from life. And what he heard, over and over, from people older and wearier than him, was this: greatness, that's for the lucky, for the chosen, for people not like us. But Elias didn't buy it. He didn't believe in luck. He believed in choice. He believed that greatness wasn't gifted, it was built. That it wasn't in your blood, but in your backbone. At 17, while others waited for their big break, Elias went to work literally. He fixed what was broken: radios, bicycles, pipes, anything he could get his hands on. Not because it paid well, but because it made him useful. And in a world full of dreamers waiting to be discovered, usefulness was rare. They laughed at him. Fixing shoes, that's not success. You'll never make it out of here tightening bolts and turning wrenches. But Elias just smiled. Maybe not, but it's a start, and I'd rather start somewhere than wait forever. The road to greatness, his kind of greatness, wasn't paved with lights and cameras. It was unglamorous, uncomfortable, and unseen. While others chased shortcuts, Elias took the long road. He worked jobs no one wanted, studied while others slept, saved while others spent. And when life said, "This is enough," Elias replied, "Not yet, I'm still building." He failed though. He failed hard. His first business burned out like a candle in the wind. His second left him with more debt than hope. But with every failure, he learned not how to quit, but how to climb. He didn't go viral. He went valuable. No trending hashtags, no flashy billboards, just word of mouth. One grateful customer at a time. Because Elias built something people needed: solutions, simplicity, substance. By the age of 35, Elias had built a chain of repair centers and workshops that stretched across the country. Not just a business, but a philosophy. Don't replace, reinvent. Don't wait, begin. Still soft-spoken, still humble. But now, when he entered a room, people leaned in, because Elias didn't just have money. He had wisdom, not the kind found in books, the kind found in battle. One day, a young man stopped him and asked, "Sir, what's the secret to greatness?" Elias looked at him, a spark in his eyes, the kind that only comes from walking through storms and still standing tall. He chuckled, "Son, greatness is boring. It's not the stuff of movies. It's not lightning bolts and lucky breaks. It's waking up early when no one sees. It's missing parties so you can chase progress. It's failing again and again and still showing up the next day. It's saying no to comfort, yes to growth. It's bleeding in silence, learning in darkness, and building in obscurity." You want greatness? Start now. Start small and never stop, because greatness isn't a spark. It's a fire, and you have to feed it every single day. Then Elias turned. No dramatic pause, no fanfare, just another quiet step on the path he chose. The long road. Greatness isn't loud. It's not luck. It's not gifted. It's earned inch by inch, bruise by bruise. Greatness comes to those who show up after the excitement fades, after the crowds disappear, after the motivation runs dry. To those who choose the long road and walk it anyway. Empowerment speech. The relentless rise to greatness. Greatness doesn't come to the lucky. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Greatness is not an accident. It doesn't fall from the sky like rain. It doesn't knock on your door and say, "Hey, I heard you were scrolling through life. Mind if I drop some purpose on you?" No, greatness comes to the relentless, to the one who wakes up with nothing but hunger in their heart and a spark in their soul. To the one who keeps showing up, even when they're tired, even when they've failed, even when nobody's clapping. Not the loudest, not the prettiest, not the most talented, or the one with a perfect sum, but the one who refuses to quit. Because talent is flashy, but it fades. Luck is exciting, but it's unreliable. Consistency, that's the quiet assassin of mediocrity. You see, we live in a world obsessed with instant success, viral moments, overnight fame, quick wins. But real greatness is forged in the grit. In the silence, in those moments when you are working while everyone else is resting, believing when no one else sees, pushing when your body screams stop. Greatness is not a destination. It's a decision you make every single day. When you choose discipline over distraction, when you choose purpose over popularity, when you choose to rise after life knocks you flat on your back. Let others chase attention. Let others wait for motivation. But you be the one who gets up and gets moving, even when the applause is silent and the results are invisible. Because here's the truth. The world doesn't give crowds to the gifted. It gives them to the grinders. The ones who show up again and again and again, until the world has no choice but to notice. Now I ask you, are you waiting for the right time? Or are you ready to become relentless? Because the path to greatness isn't easy, but it's open. To those who dare, to those who decide, to those who refuse to give up. Be relentless, be consistent, be great. For more content like this, like, comment, and subscribe.